Hey guys, what's up? It's me, the-kyle-chronicles, and this is my monthly testosterone update thing. Technically I'm a day early because my 4 months is tomorrow, but I work tomorrow afternoon, so I probably won't be up early enough to film it, and then I'm at my dad's house, and I don't want to bring like my little book thing and my camera and everything to my dad's house, so that's why I'm filming it today. Also, I'm outside because it's nice out, but I'm also squinting because it's really bright, and I'm used to just like being in my little dungeon thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna walk around my backyard and like let you guys know what's up. Hopefully the wind's not too bad because it's a little windy out. Can I sit down? Yeah, I can sit down here. Okay, so first off, it is May 11th, so on May 9th I went to see my endocrinologist with my dad. Whew. And we talked about everything that's been going on and stuff, and like changes I've noticed, and I mentioned my voice, and mostly my voice. And she actually asked me about any facial hair, and when I told her that I hadn't like seen any been growing in and stuff, she told me that she actually expected me to have some by now, like at least like a little something. So she doubled my dosage, so I went from 0.38 milliliters to 0.75, so that's really exciting because that means changes will happen faster. She says I'll definitely start to notice like facial hair, my voice will get even deeper, which I'm super pumped for. But yeah, so she doubled my dosage, got a blood test done. You know, just being trans means you're gonna have to get stuck with a bunch of needles a lot of the time. But yeah, so that happened, and that made me really excited. I haven't had my first shot since May 9th, obviously. I get it next week, so that'll be my first time with this doubled dosage, and I'm happy about it. I actually have like my vial of tea down in my room, so like I'll probably show you guys that so you guys know what it looks like, because I don't think I showed you guys when I got it my first time, so yeah. The other change, Brad, my boyfriend, actually noticed is that my thighs seem hairier. Like, I've always had decent amount of hair underneath my thighs, but on top have always been kind of like sparse. So, you know, this is what we're working with now. You guys can't see it too well because I'm super white and like reflect the sun, but it's definitely gotten darker and more noticeable on top, and like underneath, whew, it's nice and thick. Ooh-hee thick. So yeah, that's really the only noticeable change like my boyfriend has pointed out. My mom has noticed that I'm getting like even more squared out, like in my torso and stuff. So like my hips and my shoulders, she says, have gotten like a lot more broad than they used to be, which is sick. But yeah, so on to like the information I include every month. My weight has gone up by exactly 2.2 pounds. So I now weigh 127.8, which is weird because like I don't notice like where the weight is going necessarily, because like I'm still tiny, you know, so I don't know where it's going, so that's fun. My acne is still mostly happening just like on my forehead, which I'm sure you guys can see, but whatever, you've seen me at like worse points, I'm sure, so that's whatever. But I've actually started using different like face washes, so I use my Clean and Clear stuff. And then every once in a while I use my, it's from Lush, it's their coffee like face mask / scrub. I use that every once in a while to help, you know, like do the scrubbing part of like, helping the dead skin and stuff get off. So I've noticed that actually helps a lot. And then I've only used this product I think 3 times, but I recently bought Coal Face from Lush, so that's like their charcoal solid soap, and I'm gonna see how that goes, and if I like it I might try their I think it's called Bare Angels face wash, but it's like a powder instead. So we'll see how it goes, because I'm willing to try pretty much anything to like diminish that and feel like it's nice and informative for you guys to know what actually helps. My chest size has not changed since last month, and last month it was 32.5 inches slash 82.5 centimeters, in case you did not watch it, which I suggest you should, because it's fun to watch me transition month to month. And my waist size, okay, so my boyfriend actually saw me measuring my waist size this time, and he realized I had not been measuring my waist size. I had been measuring my hip size. So like I've been measuring like around here instead of up here where your waist actually is. So all my previous like measurements for my waist have actually been my hip measurements. So now we're actually going to be measuring my hip, which is, or my waist, not hip, which is actually 27.5 inches slash 70 centimeters. Sadly, I don't know what it was before I started T, because as I mentioned, I've been measuring the wrong thing. So, I mean, we'll still probably see the numbers change. It just probably won't be as drastic as it would have been if I had been measuring the correct thing since the beginning of all this. Another thing is my voice does crack more often. And it doesn't sound so much like I have a cold anymore, like it's kind of settled into an actual, like, tone, if that makes sense. But it cracks more often, and sometimes the cracks are, like, very evident and stay for a very long time. Like, sometimes I'll say a sentence and, like, half of the sentence is stuck in that high-pitched crack my voice can get to, and it's not too bad. But at work, it's like, I'm sorry for bursting your eardrums, I can't help it. It's just gonna do what it's gonna do. But that's really all like the changes I've noticed this month. Also, I've realized I have forgot to mention in all my previous vlogs, but obviously I was born with like a uterus and stuff, so from like age 12 or 13, somewhere like that, I've had Satan, as I like to call it, you know, that monthly horrid thing that people with vaginas typically get. Yeah. But since starting T, I actually have not had that, which is common. It is supposed to stop. It just stops at a different time for everybody. And for me, I think it stopped early on because right after, like, I had just finished my last bleeding the first time I got my T shot. So I figure like that probably helped for why I haven't gotten it since. But I do notice, like, every month I still sometimes get, like, the cramp feeling you would get, but there's just no, like, sacrifice going on in my pants now, which is great. It's so nice, because that was a huge thing that caused me dysphoria. Like, I don't have a lot of bottom dysphoria, especially because there has been growth down there, like, since starting testosterone, so Satan was, like, the main thing that caused dysphoria regarding down there, and now that it's gone, it's really nice to not have to deal with that, especially since I do use the male washrooms. Obviously, when that would happen, it's like, oh, everyone's gonna know, but now nobody can know, ever. So, well, except all you guys who are watching this, but yeah, so that's really, really nice. Mood-wise, I'm getting happier every time. Having my dose doubled actually increased my happiness so much. Like, I'm so excited to start seeing even more changes, and it's just, like, every day, I seem to get happier and more confident with myself. Like, in public, I'm not scared to talk as much. I mean, I'm still scared, but it's more of my anxiety aspect than the dysphoria aspect of being worried about being misgendered, which obviously depends on the day. Some days are like, no, I definitely still sound like super feminine and I'm not okay with it, but more times than not, I don't mind talking, which is great, because I'm a weird person and I like expressing that, but I couldn't before because dysphoria. The one thing that does suck, though, is obviously it's nicer out. It's finally summer in Alberta, you know, after our, like, what, 9 months of winter we had. But it's finally nice out, which is great, because I mean, I passed pretty well. But I like to wear tank tops because I get really hot and like the armpit hair is sick, so why not show it off? But because of that, a lot of tank tops are cut where they don't hide my binder, which I have to wear every day if I'm out in public. Not because like I'm being told like you have to wear it, but because it helps lessen my dysphoria, because it actually makes my chest flat, where if not, my chest is pretty small to begin with, but it's still pretty obvious. Like if I'm moving around, you can see there's movement that I would prefer to not be there. So I still wear my binder, and it just sucks because it's like, I really like this tank top, but I feel like my white binder like distracts from different tank tops, but depending on like how they're styled. Like some tank tops are the thicker, higher neck ones, so those are like, hey, it looks fine, but others are like the lower cut, like sleeveless things and lower cut up front, and it's like, oh, can't actually show my chest off or anything because it's not my chest, you know? That probably won't make sense to most of you, but it makes sense to me. So that sucks because it was the same last summer, and it gets really hot when you're wearing a binder, but I don't want to wear a sports bra either because people automatically think bra means you're a female, which I am very clearly not, but I live in small town Alberta, so I'd face enough problems as is with some people. So yeah, just not excited to have to die of heat again in the summer. So here's hoping by next summer I have top surgery, because I really want that already. I want to just get these things off my chest and to like not have to wear a binder, and to just be like me, how I feel like me should have been, you know? Like, I even know, like, there's gonna be huge scars, most likely, because I do want the double mastectomy instead of keyhole. But even that, like, I'm okay with it, because I am open about who I am, so I wouldn't feel a need to hide my scars, you know? I'd be proud of them, and if somebody asked me questions, I'd let them know that I'm trans, and I had top surgery, and it makes me happier. And plus, knowing me, I'll probably like tattoo over or around them anyway. But I want top surgery, so next summer I can swim like shirtless, and I can take my shirt off and tan, and there's just a lot of things I want to be able to do. But I just gotta wait for my referral to get recognized, and, you know, people to contact me. Yeah, so that's really all I have for this month. Hopefully next month there'll be bigger changes, like maybe a facial hair update, who knows, not me, obviously. But, yeah. Oh, I also don't think I've mentioned to you guys that I do want a hysterectomy. That's a common surgery for trans guys to get because, you know, we're not really using that part of our bodies, so why have it? And no, I don't want kids, so it's not, like, it didn't really take me a long time to come to that decision. I've known for a while I did not want kids, and even if I did, I would not want to carry them, I'd want to adopt. So I want to get rid of that. So hey, uterus donation for any trans girls or non-binary peeps in need of one. I don't want it. Take it. Same goes for the chest. Like, trans girls, you can have it. Give me your chest, like pre-estrogen and stuff. So yeah, that's all for this video. Before I say goodbye, I will take you down to my room, and you'll see the little testosterone vial to see what mine looks like. And yeah, I'll meet you down in my room. Okay, so now we're back in my room, and I can show you my little testosterone thing. This is one I get. So it is. Yeah, that's what that looks like. And now I'm opening it off camera because I don't want to like flash you guys my information or whatever. If it wants to be open, holy crap. Might help if I use my right hand. Okay, so the actual bottle itself is very small. That is what that looks like. Yeah. So it's just very, very tiny. And yeah, that's really all it is. It's suspended, I think mine is in sesame. Yeah, mine's suspended in sesame oil, which, in case you didn't know, testosterone is typically suspended in a type of oil. So, yeah, sorry for these horrible shots. But I figured I'd show you guys like what my vial and everything looks like, because I have seen different ones, like for Ty Turner, for example. His are very different from mine. But yeah, that is this month's tea vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the outsideness. And I will see you next week with a new video. Bye.